Welcome to this new Addon Spotlight. In this Addon Spotlight, we're gonna look at one of the new features which was released by Navigraph already a few days ago. They call it the Navigraph Avionics plugin for MSFS, and currently it's available only for the G3000 and the G5000 avionics systems. However, they're planning to add more, which currently means that it works in the TBM 930 and the Cessna Citation Longitude aircrafts. The good thing is that they're also working with, I would say, other vendors, right, to introduce these functionalities in other aircrafts which are being used. The other thing which is good is that the plugin is also available for the integration with the Xbox aircraft developers, right? So soon you will be able to also use that functionality on the Xbox as well as on the PC. Some of the aircrafts which are getting that functionality are the H-Jet and the SF-50 Vision, Jet 2, Jet GT, G2 from Flight FX. So what does it include, right? So the first thing you need to understand is it requires subscription, right? We can talk a lot about it a long time or short, but it requires a Navigraph subscription because it's always it's paid service. Can't make it simpler than that. So once you have that subscription, right, there are a few options which it will add. First of all, when you install it via the Navigraph hub, right, there's an option where you can say, hey, install the plugin. And then when you go to the aircraft and go to charge, you can go to the charge selection, which has changed, right? Because in this case, you can see that the charge selection shows you the info, the departure, arrival, and approach. So that's what the add-in does, right? And as you can see above, it will simply display that document, which is, I would say, the one you selected. So in this case, the aircraft is located here, and this is the, I would say, information which is shown, right? You can discuss about, I would say, the sharpness of the document. Maybe that's something which they need to work on, but I do also think it has to do with the squeezing in a smaller display. Well, this is normally an A4 paper. And changing the document goes really easy, right? You simply select the other one, and then it will show it like that, right? So that's cool. So the same thing is for the departure and the arrivals, right? So you can do that. You can change the view to the departure, so you can investigate the departures and look at all the details over here. So that's cool. Arrival and approaches, of course, they're the same. Then you can also say sync POF, and that will load up, at least, well, how I understood this, loads the most accurate view, which is currently applicable to where your aircraft is located. So in this case, I'm standing on the ground, right? So I'm ready for takeoff, so that's cool. What are the other options which you can do here? Well, you can go to the chart options, which will have the option to say fit width, and then it will make the page a little bit larger, but it will zoom into the page. But at least I would say the text is a little bit sharper than when you're not doing it. And you've got the ability to say, okay, hey, I want to change the light mode, right? You can change it to day, night, or auto. If you set it to auto, then it will automatically adjust where needed. And you can set the thresholds, right? So the thresholds are here where you can define the backlight level, as you can see. So they're correlated to each other. If you prefer to set it yourself, then you can either set to night or day. What are the other things which you can do? You can specify the sections, right? You can say plan, minimums, header, but you can also say, okay, hey, I want to only show this information, right? Which will change the view, or change this view, or change this view. That will, let's say, kind of select a specific part from the document and then only show that. So if you're more interested in the plan, then you can select this one. But if you want to see everything, then you can press this one, which is the default setting. So nice things. What are the other things? Well, you can define another airport name here, right, by searching it, and then it will, of course, show that those related documents. That's the first thing which is being added. The next thing is the SimBrief integration. So if you click on SimBrief, it will start, say, requesting a list of the plans which you have. It looks like it only shows a few of them, not all of them, because I've got a little bit more. And then you can say, okay, hey, I want to request this one. So you press request, then it says, okay, in progress. Then it says ready to import. Well, in that case, import it. So let's see what happens, right? So we're importing it, and then it goes automatically to the active flight plan. and you can see that it has now added the correct flight details over here and will bring me from A to B. So that's, I would say, pretty cool. What are the other options you can do? Well, nothing more than this, right? Because all these other things are the default ones, which are, I would say, part of Flight Simulator 2020 already, using the latest update. So two nice things which this one adds, the chart option, which will show this one, and the SimBrief option, which allows you to import the flight plan which you created using SimBrief directly into Flight Simulator. So no need to plan it anymore via the world map. Although in some cases, right, if you want to have a working ATC, that still would be my recommendation to do. Here ends this video where we looked at the latest plugin, right, the latest add-on from Navigraph, the Avionics plugin, which also will be soon available on the Xbox. So then you can benefit as a Navigraph subscriber, both on the Xbox as well as on the PC, from their nice functionalities. Hope you liked this video. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you've got questions or comments, then feel free to post them in the comment box below. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then make sure that you're subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.